Hello, and welcome to my funny little podcast here. I wanted to talk to you people about the Hulda Clark Zapper. A lot of people have questions about the Hulda Clark Zapper, and I've been using Hulda Clark Zappers, since at least 10 years now. So right now, I think it was 96 when I first ran into them, so it's been quite a while, like 13 years. Jeeps. Been zapping a long time. So the Hulda Clark Zapper is just a square wave frequency generator. So it just generates a 30,000 hertz frequency. And you hold two handles, and this frequency goes through your body. Now the theory is that the frequency that the zapper is set at works like a singer smashing a glass with frequency. There's a mortal oscillatory rate, something like that, MOR they call them. And everything has it. Everything has a frequency that will just obliterate it. So they say all these viruses and bacteria creeping around inside of us can be smashed by the frequency of the Hulda Clark Zapper. So that's the theory behind it. Hulda Clark Zapper has never been tested by the FDA, and it's been declined for testing several times. And so I guess it's going to be an experimental device, and most of the reason for that is it's a public domain device. No one can copyright it, no one can trademark it or whatever. It's public domain, and so no one can really monopolize the thing. So no one wants to study it for millions and millions of dollars and then release their studies to public domain. It makes sense. You can't make your money back on it. So it's one of these devices that you can make at home, because it only has about 7 parts. And the beauty of it is Hulda Clark, in all of her books, have published the schematic and very simple step-by-step instructions. So if you're an electronics enthusiast, you could certainly build one from the schematic, but if you've never built one before, the instructions are rather clear, and they come with like a little breadboard you can poke all your parts into and stuff like that. It makes it very easy for someone who's never done it before. Then the other option is you can just buy a Hulda Clark Zapper pre-made, and if you're not much of an electronics person or you don't have a lot of tools, that probably is your best option. And what we do here, the Hulda Clark Zapper that I sell at Natural Health Supply, it's the device that it's exactly the schematic that's in Hulda Clark's book. It's basically the same thing you would build at home, only it's all made by a professional electronics firm that solders it all into a board, and everything's done, professionally, and it's not all wiggling around loose wires or something. And so a lot of people want to get themselves a zapper, and those things can really help you out, I tell you. The difficulty is, of course, I can't state any kind of thing because it's never been tested by the FDA. Hulda Clark writes a lot about it, but she doesn't sell anything at all other than books, and so her free speech is protected there. I sell zappers, so I can't make any medical claims about them. All I can say is I've used it for 13 years. I use it whenever I feel like I'm coming down with anything, and I try to use it in a preventive manner that way. Most of my family uses them, and I don't go anywhere without it. If I'm traveling a long ways, I bring it with me. Sometimes I need it when I'm in Thailand or someplace like that in the water, or I forget to not get ice, and then the water gets me from the ice, or something terrible when I'm traveling. So you never know what's around the corner, bacteria-wise. And so I use it that way, thinking that it'll help me. But like I say, this Hulda Clark Zapper has never been proven, never been studied. It's pretty much a public domain item that's been around for, I guess it was first published around 96 by Hulda Clark. And it's a very simple device. You don't feel a thing while you use it. You just hold two handles for about 7 minutes, and you do 3 sessions of 7 minutes within about an hour. Take a 20-minute break between them. And that's about it. It's a pretty easy thing to do, so I like it for that. I like it that it's very easy to use. I like that I don't have to take pills. I like that it's just this thing I grab while I'm watching TV or sitting there and something like that, and just hold on to it and turn it on. I even do my cat. She sits here on my lap. I'll put her in line with it, so my goodness. We all zap here in my family. So I guess you can check it out. And there you go. That's the Hulda Clark Zapper.